UV index up to a very high level of 10 today, easy to burn. I mean, like probably 15, 20 minutes sunburn time. So think about that sunscreen if you're gonna be out there for a little while. I had to have a big chunk taken out of my ear a few years ago. Still a thin spot right there. I need to get back to the dermatologist and get a checkup too. All right, so this is, I did post this yesterday, but so starting yesterday, all the way through August 19th, our normal high is 89 degrees. So that is the average high for this time of the year. And so we are in the hottest part of the year through much of August on average. Of course, you get a little cool down here and there. Here's your July 2nd forecast for today. 88 degrees, sunny, lower humidity out there, north wind at around 5 to 10. Our sunset at 9:10 p.m. And right around 9:20 is, or 10:20, I should say, on Benetton is when we typically get to your weather model data. We'll start to dig into that weather model data here in just a second. Thankfully, there's not a lot other than some sunshine through our holiday weekend. 68, our low tonight, mostly clear, nice and mild, light breeze, sunrise at around 6:24, typical summer night. Tomorrow's forecast here for you, upper 60s, low 70s out the door, 84 at noon. A lot like what we have out there today, maybe a degree or two warmer in the afternoon. We're a friendly 90 degrees as we top out near normal. Average high, 89. Sun up at 6:24. Our sunrises are getting just a little bit later each morning. Our sunsets are still stuck at 9:10 with those late sunsets. 7-day forecast. Again, great weather for Play America, the Louisville Orchestra at America Place, the Justica Cultural Center in Jeffersonville. 90 degrees tomorrow, and then 92 Friday. Getting a little more hot and humid this weekend. 94 back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. But it looks like we stay dry through the weekend. Now, this ridge of high pressure that is keeping us dry through this weekend will break down a little bit, and this is going to allow a chance for some pop-up storms to return to the forecast. And so we're looking at upper 80s and some occasional pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Some hints with the European weather model, the GFS weather model by next Wednesday. We'll try to look that far out here in just a second. We may have a front that might give us a little more widespread chance of some showers and thunderstorms across the area. So again, it is about that time that we bring up the weather model data. And we are going to, again, look at this here in just a second. Got a couple more comments popping in. And Vicky says, I've got a friend who raises butterflies in her house. Oh, that's a cool little hobby, peaceful hobby. Diane Bauer, everyone has a mouse story. That was funny. I chased one with a shoe. Yeah, they're a little, I don't know how they get in. I don't know where they're getting in. But they feel very comfortable in our house for some reason. But we're getting to the bottom of it. Here is a look at that sunny sky all across the area. And in fact, if you weren't on right when we started the show, boom, there you go. It is full force sunshine across the area. Again, a high UV index, beautiful conditions all across Kentucky, Indiana, the Ohio Valley. Rain well off to the east, and nothing real organized across the United States. It is a summertime pattern with a little bit of dry air that we can enjoy. So what I want to bring up first is, the HRRR, HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh Weather Model. And it does have the precipitable water. And so I love this one. Let me get rid of the radar and satellite. Bear with me just one second. There we go. All right, so I just think this is a cool map. This is just a cool way to look at the humidity levels. Precipitable water, this is how much water is in the atmosphere that you can precipitate out if you had a storm system. So if you look closely here, this is kind of the boundary that moved through. That's that drier air. If you notice and you're outside, it's going to be a north breeze. That's helped shove the super muggy tropical weather down to the south. So all along the southeast, the Gulf Coast into Texas is kind of where it belongs and never leaves. So we get a break, we get a respite every once in a while in the mugginess. So we can enjoy this for like 2 days, not very long. Let me try to clear that out. It's wanting to stay on there. All right. There we go. So looking ahead, gotta love technology sometimes. So this is through this afternoon. Notice the blue is good. Blue, we are in good shape there. And all the mugginess down south. So I need to go into a little bit longer range weather model. We'll switch it into the NAM, and I'm going to zip ahead to tomorrow afternoon. And there you can see the really muggy weather staying down around the Gulf and the Atlantic Ocean. So that's good. This should be able to go into the 4th of July. Now, still not crazy humidity. It's a lot worse actually out to the west. Notice this plume of moisture heading right up the gut of the Great Plains. So Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, getting rather humid. So what's happening here is high pressure. You got a Bermuda high out here. We've got a little bit of a high pressure ridge over us, and it's flowing in off the Gulf, that really muggy weather there out to our west. Now, if I go to the GFS weather model, the high resolution GFS, when do we start to see that crank up over our area? So we go into Saturday, July the 5th. Notice that red, that's the step outside instant mugginess weather. It's getting into Missouri and into Illinois. So it's creeping up a little bit closer. We are seeing yellow over us, which means the humidity is going to start to go up a bit. Not insanity humidity like we had during the heat wave. The dew points won't be at that crazy yet. Going into our Sunday, July the 6th, now we're starting to see that humidity level increase over southern Indiana. So the mugginess going up as we get into Sunday and into Monday. So going into the 7th of July, this is Monday, the muggy weather on top of us once again. And that will likely lead to that chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as well. So that is basically your muggy forecast there. It's going to stay fairly low today, tomorrow, a little higher Friday, Saturday, then a jump up, it looks like Sunday and into Monday.